there, how's it going? Welcome to Radiant Tones Cooking Channel. Today I'm going to be making a lemon Meyer ricotta cake. If this is your first time visiting, please make sure to take a look in the description so you know what this channel is about. I am going back to my heritage roots and cooking Mediterranean, Sicilian-inspired foods. So, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video and the recipe. And, you know, if you do, like and subscribe. Alright? So, let's go ahead and get this started. I already have out the ricotta and the butter as well as the eggs. I brought those down to room temperature. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the ricotta strain out any excess liquid so it doesn't become too moist for the cake. So it says use a fine mesh strainer. What I'm going to do here is just use 2 strainers here. And it's 1 cup of whole milk ricotta. I don't think there's much liquid in there, guys. So I'll let that sit for a couple of minutes while I prep the pan. The pan we're going to be using today is a 9-inch springform pan. Never had luck with these in parchment paper. It usually goes everywhere, so I'm going to try something a little bit different today. Alright? So 9-inch springform baking pan. And you're going to want to get yourself some parchment paper. And then you're just going to want to take this, do an outline on here, cut out that piece of paper, and get it inserted. Alright, so we're back. We got our pan here. What we're going to do is we're going to put some butter on top of that, but it's a little warm in here right now, so I'm just going to hold off for a second. What we're going to focus on next is making the Meyer lemon sugar. So you're going to want to grab yourself 3 lemon Meyers and then a cup of granulated sugar. I like to weigh everything personally, just makes for better measurements. So guys, I'm getting used to trying to be on camera and talk more. So forgive me for the long pauses. I'll try and edit as much of that out as I can. But yeah, like I said, so we're going for 1 cup of 200 grams. Oh, and I went a little bit over, but that's fine. That's why we have tools like this. But again, I prefer this because you get the exact measurement, or at least close enough, 200.5. Alright, so next we are going to zest these Meyer lemons here. And yes, I've already washed and prepped these, so we are ready to just add that in there. That first peel, zest, the aroma that it released, so bright, happy, amazing fragrance. This is why I love cooking everything fresh. I love the smells because I'm not eating everything, but I am smelling it, and it's satisfying that need, I guess. I used to have a real problem with eating. So, even the other night, I got home from working a really long day, and couldn't fall asleep, was super hungry. I think the last time I ate was at 9 in the morning. So yeah, ate at 9 in the morning, and then I didn't eat again until I got home. And I was like, what should I do? Should I just eat a Pop-Tart? And I was like, no, I need to be committed to this lifestyle of eating that I have chosen, right? But yeah, so I stayed up and made some peas and pasta with Parmesan, and it was absolutely delicious. And I'm not even kidding. When you cook at home, it gets to be so satisfying that when you think about going out to eat, especially when it comes to junk food, you always think twice. Now, obviously, you can't always have all the time in the world to do this. Trust me, I get it. But as much as you can, that's what I recommend. So this is my second one here. Get all that goodness, that golden goodness into the bowl. One more. Guys, I wish you could smell this. It's so good. We gotta make some lemon syrup, and then of course we gotta combine the cake. So right now what we're gonna do is massage the zest into the sugar so it gets nice and married up in there. We want that lemon sugar. So, as you can see here, it's getting combined. It's got a nice, bright, golden color to it. So just go ahead and continue to mix that. But you just want to do it for about a minute until it's fragrant and a little moist, which you can see right here, it is. Alright, so up next we are going to weigh out our dry ingredients and get those mixed together. So I'm going to be using all-purpose flour and a semolina flour. You can use just an all-purpose flour. If so, make sure you look up the conversion. 125 grams of all-purpose flour. So the main reason I switched over to weighing everything is because that whole scoop of fluff thing, I was like, this is just so much easier. I don't have to do anything extra. 125 grams of all-purpose flour. And tear that. And then 80 grams of fine semolina flour. Alright, after the 80 grams of the semolina flour, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then a half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. Then we are going to take a stick of butter that has been brought down to room temperature. Alright, so we got the dry ingredients all mixed together. We're going to go ahead and set those aside. And then we are going to cream our lemon sugar, our butter, and our extra virgin olive oil. Just grab my spatula because we want all that goodness in there. There it is. That took longer than it should have. All right, but you didn't know that because I edited that out. So yeah, get all that in there. So you can see that it starts to look a little curdled, which is normal. That's the lemon juice reacting to the fats. So let's go ahead and get that in there, and then we're going to go ahead and add our flour. So it's a very wet batter. I'm just going to add all my flour at once. And then just start off a little slow. You can see that it starts to come together nicely. And it gives you a very nice, fluffy batter. Till it just looks like one cohesive flour. And there you go. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1 and 2. There's that. So I'm going to go ahead and cream these together for a little bit, and we'll carry on. Alright guys, time for step 6. Adding the ricotta, the freshly squeezed lemon juice, and I'm going to put in a ½ teaspoon of rose water. You can do less, a ¼ teaspoon, or if you would rather, you can always substitute it for orange blossom water. It's just based on your taste preference. I really like rose water, so that's what I'm going to be adding to it. So after that's been creamed together, let's go ahead and scrape down the sides. And we're going to put in the ricotta that's been draining here. A little bit of the water has come out, but again, not much. So pretty good ricotta I got here. It's New York style, made in New York, so nice and thick. All right, and then the lemon juice. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can also, if you do choose to go with the orange blossom water, you can add a little bit of almond extract as well, just to kind of bring that flavor out. But it's all based on your personal preferences. I'll probably try that one a little bit later, but I've just been craving something a little bright and a little citrusy and a little floral. All right, so we're going to go ahead and combine these here. So from this stage on, we're just going to add things until they're well combined. That way we don't overmix. So it's a very wet batter. I'm just going to add all my flour at once. And just start off a little slow. You can see that it starts to come together nicely. Gives you a very nice, fluffy batter. So again, just scrape down the sides real quick just to make sure it's all incorporated in there. So yeah, there's still some ribbons in there that I can see. So you don't need to beat it again, just fold the rest of it in there. It'll incorporate really simply. And forgot to add my rose water, so I'm going to do that real quick. A little bit extra. That's all right. Alright, so I got that in there. Give it a quick whip. So we're going to get that oven to 350. All right, and then we're going to get this in the pan, and we're going to get this in the oven. All right, so this is about the consistency that you're looking for. Nice, fluffy batter. So go ahead and clean up the mess here real quick. So the other thing real quick is don't forget to butter your parchment paper here while that oven preheats to 350. And yes, you should do this beforehand, but it's hot in here and I don't have air conditioning in this room, just my bedroom. So I'm turning the oven on now. It shouldn't take that too long and I'll be back. So you can see it's about, I'd say halfway, maybe not even. About a third? Yeah, about a third of the way up that 9-inch springform pan. I see a cluster there, so I'm going to break it up. All right, there it is. Pound it out a little bit, make it nice and even. Get those air pockets. There you go. Alright, so if you're like me and you put foil around the pan just in case, you're going to want to go ahead and get a sheet pan to put that on while you're baking it. Don't ask me why. Science. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop this in the oven for about 45 minutes to start. 45 minutes to an hour, it just depends on your oven. So while that bakes, what we're going to do is the dishes. So that's the worst part about it for me, is the dishes. I have a dishwasher, but I want to cook more than one thing. So then I have to wash the dishes, then I have to make the stuff, and then I have to wash the dishes again, and then I have to make my next dish. But I guess first world problems. Anyways, so that's in the oven. Hopefully I'll see you guys. Not that it's going to be an hour for you, but I'll be back. Meyer lemons. We had 3 to start with. We used a 1/4 cup, which was 2 lemons. So we have 4 lemons in total that we're going to need for this recipe. So I lied to you in the beginning, sorry. But yeah, you need 4 lemons because you need about a 1/2 cup of lemon juice and 2 lemons is about a 1/4 cup. So you're also going to need another 2 lemons to make a 1/4 cup of the Meyer lemon simple syrup that we'll be soaking our cake in once it's done. All right, so that cake is in the oven. It has about a half an hour left. I'm just gonna make the simple syrup real quick, and like it says, simple syrup. So you're gonna use a 1/4 cup of the Meyer lemon juice, freshly squeezed, and then a 1/4 cup of sugar. And you're just gonna get that into your pan here. In here, like I said, and we just want to bring this to a point where the sugar dissolves completely, but we don't want to bring it to a boil. And that's what a simple syrup is. So, got that in there. Go ahead. So you don't want it too high. I'll just go about mid-range right now. And again, you just want to stir it until you see these crystals all dissolve into the water. All right, my friends, there she is in all her glory, my lemon ricotta cake with toasted sliced almonds, powdered sugar, Meyer lemon zest, and fresh cut mint leaves from the garden. All right, let's try it. Light and fluffy. The brightness from the lemons is amazing. It hits you right in the back of the tongue. So delicate. Almonds give it a nice crunch. This is delicious, guys. So I hope that you get a chance to make this. And if so, let me know how it came out, or let me know what changes you might have made to it. Looking forward to hearing about it. All right, guys.